0.28%, $8.27. The Dow was up 19 points. The Nasdaq fell 5. The Loonie at 88.24 cents U.S. I'm Richard Southern. Money News at 26 and 56 or online anytime at news1130.com.
Canada, hockey fans, United States and Newfoundland.
The words that started it all. Hockey Night in Canada, a Canadian tradition. A place where we've watched young stars become legends. Hockey Night in Canada returns for its 62nd season on more channels with more choice than ever before. Every week, choose from up to 7 nationally televised games. Hockey Night in Canada. The tradition continues.
Mom, can I get a sparkly dress for my holiday recital? Mom, can I get a Transformers action figure? Mom, can we get more ornaments for the tree?
Kids, can I get a high five for that holiday spirit?
Everyone's excited to get it all done at Target with one-stop shopping. And right now, get 40% off outdoor decor. Plus, get 5% off with your Target debit or credit red card.
Oh, yeah.
Quantities limited. Restrictions apply. See program rules in store or target.ca/redcard for details.
3:29 at News 1130, and now your emergency wait times report for the Vancouver Coastal Health Region. The average wait for a doctor at Vancouver General, 2 hours, 17 minutes. At St. Paul's, 2 hours and 34 minutes. UBC, no waits at all. Mount St. Joseph, 44 minutes. At Lionsgate, 2 hours and 5 minutes, and virtually the same at Richmond General. A reminder from Vancouver Coastal Health, emergency departments care for the seriously ill and injured first. Consider using a walk-in clinic and always call 911 in an emergency. Kristen Woodhouse is our editor at news1130.com. News 1130 time, 3:30.
At 11:30 on the AM band and worldwide at news1130.com. Vancouver's breaking news, traffic, and weather station, News 1130.
Well, happy Friday to you. This is November 7th. I'm Tanya Fletcher.
I'm Jim Benny. It's 10 degrees downtown. These are News 1130's top stories.
A warning from Interpol for cruise ship lines. Terrorists may be booking cruises to get to conflict zones unnoticed.
With word one man contributed a quarter of the NPA's $2 million election kitty, Gregor Robertson claims that points to the narrow appeal of his opponents.
The race is tightening. Reports of internal numbers from Vision Vancouver show there is a 4-point percentage gap between them and the NPA. Momentum is up for grabs as the Lions host the Stamps in the regular season finale. Sports at 45.
The TSX surges more than 100 points on a better-than-expected Canadian jobs number. Commodities rally. Money News at 56.
News 1130 time, 3:31.
News 1130. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the one.
On this report, it's for United Way. And in the News 1130 Air Patrol, happy Friday, Chad Day.
Happy Friday, Tanya. Not a great start over the Lionsgate Bridge, though we're dealing with a northbound accident. It's sitting at the north end in the right lane. Traffic is able to get by. They do have the center lane closed. We're on our way to go get a better look of things, so you are quite heavy through the causeway and into downtown Vancouver right now. Southbound traffic out of North Vancouver, a little sluggish around the loop. West Vancouver, almost from Taylor Way, so not too bad there. They're also still dealing with an accident on Taylor Way, just south of Inglewood. It has north and southbound traffic down to a single lane in each direction. We're busy on the upper levels, eastbound between Taylor Way and Cap Road. You get a little bit of space, and then you start to tap on those brake lights again, right around Lonsdale towards the Ironworkers Memorial Bridge. Massey Tunnel looks good, or on the Massey Tunnel doesn't look good is what the word I was trying to look for. It's busy. Southbound on the 99, typical Friday volume from Westminster. Eastbound Steveston, some volume in between Shell and 5 Road. The Delta side from 17A with that single lane. Alex Fraser Bridge, that looks a lot better. Eastbound on the east-west connector, a little slow between 96 Road. Opens up and just a little volume around Clifton to travel south into Delta. I'm Chad Day in the News 1130 Air Patrol. Now with more, here is Sabine Habib.
Quite busy for Oak Street Bridge traffic leaving Richmond. You're slow from the Cambie Road overpass, slow before Bridgeport for Knight Street Bridge traffic. They've been doing some road work at Granville and 70th, so you'll expect some delays for the Arthur Lang trying to get out of Richmond. Southbound Granville has also been quite busy. The longest wait going into the States is for the Peace Arch. It's about a 20-minute delay. The rest of them are less than 15 minutes each. If you have an Access Pass, choose the Pack Highway. The lineup is shorter for now. More than a third of children in grades 4 to 7 are affected by bullying. With United Way, you can help kids be all they can be. Please give. Visit uwlm.ca. From the News 1130 Weather Center, cloudy for this evening, clearing overnight with a low of 6. Nice and sunny for tomorrow morning, but more cloud cover for the afternoon and rain starting in the evening. The high is 11. It's 12 at the airport, 15 in the valley. Downtown, it's 10 degrees.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the ones. News 11:30 time, 3:33.
A warning from international police could change how the cruise ship industry operates.
And News 1130's Jill Drews is live with us to explain what's going on. Jill, what is Interpol saying?
Well, it says people trying to join terrorist organizations in the Middle East have started booking cruises to get to their destination without being flagged. Turkey has been cracking down at its border with Syria, and these wannabe jihadists are finding another way around. But Claire Newell with Travel Best Bets doesn't think cruise ship passengers will see anything they haven't seen before when they travel.
You know how airports step up security during heightened times? I think cruise lines will just be more vigilant. You know, they just screen a little more.
So that means security checks might take a bit longer when you're boarding or disembarking. Meantime, Interpol is going to let cruise ships have access to background check systems it provides to airlines. Reporting live, Jill Drews, News 1130.
Your vote 2014 on News 1130.
Is it a big deal that a quarter of the NPA's election funds came from one donor alone? News 1130's Martin McMahon is finding out Gregor Robertson is trying to make that an issue, claiming it highlights the other party's lack of broad appeal.
Peter Armstrong put forward $470,000 through Great Canadian Rail Tour Company, other holdings, and as an individual. And according to Gregor Robertson, that indicates the NPA's limited support base.
That speaks to what former NPA President Michael Davis stated about this party being very narrow and angry and not representing the broad diversity of Vancouver.
Both parties have released their donor lists this week, with 64% of Vision's $2.25 million campaign kitty coming from corporations. Martin McMahon, News 1130.
It appears the gap is narrowing between Vision Vancouver and the NPA. Recent numbers show Vision ahead by just 4 percentage points.
This tightening of the race is according to Vision's own internal polling numbers. UBC political scientist Max Cameron says the 20% of undecided voters this close to Election Day could make room for a big surprise.
Vision cannot afford to rest on its laurels by any means. It will need to poll its own supporters and make the case. If you're a Vision voter thinking of potentially going with Cope this time, you may wind up with the NPA in City Hall.
He feels the election in Vancouver is too close to call right now, but as the incumbent typically wins in most mayoral races in BC. Sonia Aslam, News 1130. Well, plans are now on hold to build a cabin-style village for homeless people in Abbotsford. Jess Grubin is with the Abbotsford Dignitarian Society.
We've decided to step back and remove our application, let the city adjudicate on the Lifesails application, and then we're going to resubmit once that's done.
He admits it was getting too late to have the homeless centers built before the start of winter. And still to come, it's about to become cheaper and easier to use your cell phone across the line.
News 1130 time, 3:36.
It's late. You're tired. You're driving, and you're about to drift into oncoming traffic. Now, what happens next isn't actually that dramatic. That's still way too dramatic. Look, everything turns out fine because you're driving a Subaru equipped with eyesight, a driver assist technology that lets you know when you drift out of your lane. Learn more at subaru.ca/eyesight.
Who? Kirk LaPointe.
Oh, the NPA guy.
Yeah, he doesn't even know where the Broadway subway would start. Maybe it's because he doesn't actually live or pay taxes in Vancouver. Or maybe it's just an experience. But wow, what a blunder.
Yeah.
If a mayor starts making blunders like that, he'll screw up transit and traffic all over the city. It says in the Vancouver Courier his policies are either poorly thought out or downright confusing.
So he could blow it. That's a huge risk.
Yep. LaPointe's just too big a risk.
Authorized by Vision Vancouver. Opry Cannon Financial Agent. 604-568-6913.
10 degrees now at 3:37. A man has been arrested in a Surrey carjacking involving a police officer from a few weeks ago. The transit cop was thrown from a car while trying to stop the suspect. The 43-year-old was eventually caught and has a court appearance next Wednesday.
Rogers is increasing the competition for roaming rates, announcing a program to reduce cross-border cell phone usage fees with a flat daily fee for access to Canadian talk, text, and data plans.
Many Canadians traveling to the U.S. feel disconnected as a survey indicates half turn off their mobile device to avoid roaming charges. 2/3 say the high cost is a big deterrent. Rogers President and CEO Guy Lawrence says the Roam Like Home program will change that. Roam Like Home allows for flat fee access to your data plan back in Canada.
You opt in via text message. When you go to the US, you then, for each day you use your phone, you pay $5. And then you can access all of the minutes and texts and